Hello, guys. I hope you are well. You are fantastic in this beautiful that we call air living. I want to do a video about fear. Let's talk a little bit about fear and anxiety at the same time. I just love this topic so much because as a human being, I have suffered from fear and anxiety in the past. And that's why I decided to create this YouTube channel, to create this community, to create this business around this subject that is so discomfort for a human being to just suffer from fear and anxiety. So let's get into it. So what is fear? Fear is an emotion. You need to understand that first, and is a conjunction of thoughts. That's what it is. So we got love, and then we got fear. Okay, and you will see we got the moon, we got the sun. You may say, Oscar, that is so basic, but come on, guys, it's about the basic things. It's about the basic things. Trust me. Trust me. So life is about that. Okay, and for every reaction there is an opposite reaction that is about physics, and some people call it karma at the same time, right? And you may say, why I'm mentioning this? Because it is so true. Why is it that you are fearing? And that is because you don't know. You may fear because of your current situation, because you are fearing for future scenarios, for memories of the past, and that is so natural. That is so natural. And I know that first you must understand that it's about being in the present moment. It's about being in the present moment. It's about understanding that you are here, and then you came a thought. There is a thought. You may be thinking about the past or the future, all those scenarios. Again, you may say, but right now my situation is happening this and this and this person, right? I know that. I know that. So understanding is key. Knowledge, for sure, the right knowledge is key. This kind of knowledge that I'm sharing with you right now, with our thoughts, we create our own reality, our own perception about life. If you continue thinking or conditioning your mind of surrounding fear, that's what you will be feeling, right? Because it's about feeling. You feel something, you feel fear, you feel love, you feel compassion. So, fear. Again, we got love, we got fear, we got the counterpart. Now what? So you decide. Decision is a chapter in Napoleon Hill's book Think and Grow Rich, and it's kind of my favorite because everything is a decision. I decided to create this video. I decided to use these words. I decide to sometimes entertain certain thought. So everything is a decision, guys. Everything is a decision. So again, we got fear and we got love. And we decide our thoughts sometimes, right, based on conditioning. That's why it is so important that you condition your mind with new thoughts about surrounding prosperity, surrounding self-love. You need to love, to pour into yourself, to love your energy. You need to do that. You need to do that. So fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety. It's a decision. You decide to be. I know it requires courage and understanding to just remove fear. How is it that you eventually remove fear? With understanding. Eventually, with the time, preparation, you realize that I have been so all these tests of life. I have been all this time. I passed this test, and after this test, and I realized it that fears continue to be there. It's not that disappears, but you get some understanding, and eventually you realize that fear could be like a motivator, perhaps. So fear is there all the time. It's all the time. You cannot remove the night. You cannot remove the moon. Okay, you need understanding about it. There is certain things that you can do. You can embrace it. You can understand where it's coming from, and you start solving your problems. You start doing certain things regarding it. There's nothing to fear about. I'm telling you this. It requires a lot of courage, yes. It requires a lot of understanding to be in that position. And in my case, something that I have been training myself, as Yoda said, that you need to learn how um, um, to disattach from the fear of losing, right? And when I see Marcus Aurelius, ex-Roman emperor, so it was so loved and continues. He's one of my favorite characters of human life, saying of Alexander the Great, and they got these beautiful quotes about fear, and you realize how is it that they become. Now, I am talking about a conqueror, right? An emperor, two emperors actually. I'm talking about two emperors of the human life, and they 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 share their thoughts about fear, and they realize it that you cannot escape the the thoughts of fear in certain way. You just embrace it, and when you embrace it and you accept it, you just accept it. There is nothing to fear. You just relax. You just embrace the human experience that is so unique. It took me, guys. It took me a lot of experience to realize that how unique is it to be in this body, to be here in this body. You may say, Oscar, that's so easy. It was not. It was not. It was not, guys. It was not. So that is at first. I needed to go after trial and hardship to realize that eventually that's what is called a gift. Life is a gift. That's why you need to pour into yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to love yourself. And eventually with self-love, you gain more understanding about how unique is it. And life showed us that life present us to us. Life in certain ways, the illusion of life, um, perhaps being humble, humility can show you how in certain areas of the world people are in more need than you. And you think that you are a mess up. Come on, you got more resources than perhaps somebody else around. So that's the kind of example that I'm referring to. That life tend to humble yourself. You know what I mean? Truly, this is what I truly mean. So you get this lesson, what I'm trying to share with you right now. You realize that it's a gift. Okay, it's a gift. You love the present moment. Every meal, every conversation, every, and you realize that there is nothing to fear. Fear to what? To death. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. It's a kind of beautiful illusion. Um, Something that Alan Watts he mentioned that is you cannot just do anything. You cannot. You are always doing something. Even when you think that you are meditating or you are just being silent or you are not doing anything, you are doing something. That's what I mean karma. So you're always doing something. And this reminds me of quotes from Bruce Lee at the same time. Just you need to be, just be. Stop thinking too much. Thinking, that's the mind. Feel. You need to feel more about life. It takes time because we got fear and anxiety, right? So once you remove anxiety and fear, you start feeling peace in mind. In my case, I share the same thoughts as the Shaolin Temple. Europe, specifically from the Shaolin Master, Ji, he mentioned about how for him happiness is there isn't happiness. Is instead you should look for peace of mind, and that is so true. That is so true. So when you are in a state of peace of mind, you realize that you're there. Life just is. But we got fear, anxiety, and sometimes it requires a lot of, again, human experience, okay, time, preparation, and at the end you realize that it's always about the present moment. It was about the transformation. You realize that you didn't die. How many times it happened to me? It is something that the Shaolin master he mentioned about, and it is happened to me. Even certain moments in my life, I thought that I would die, and here I am. How many times, right? You realize that life is a gift. That's kind of the last understanding. And anxiety, no, not anymore. Um, but again, I truly recommend conditioning. That is a chapter that I put into the book Think and Grow Rich about I never have fear. I don't fear anything. I don't fear anything. You can say that out loud. I don't fear anything. I don't fear anything. So you are like pushing yourself. Right? I have never feared. I have never anxiety. I have never anxiety. I have never anxiety. I have never feared. Those could be I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love my life. So affirmations and thoughts, conditioning helps. It helps. But mostly, as I just mentioned, understanding human experience, your own human life, all your memories, your past experience, to this realization that there is nothing to fear about. Nothing? No, nothing. There is nothing to fear about. So, calm in the mind. Calm in the mind. As Marcus Aurelius said, after a calm mind, calm strength. To believe that life want you to improve. Life want you to pass these tests of anxieties and fear and just be in the other side of peace of mind, which is another sentence, is another word for abundance, prosperity. You see prosperity person is so calm, is so relaxed, he's doing his business. The same thing, right? Les Brown, such a great speaker. So many others out there. I'm just another voice. I'm just another voice. And understanding that there is nothing to fear. Nothing. All the same, there is fear. You can tap into fear and you feel fear in certain situations. But isn't isn't the progress of fear, of the feeling fear, that you get that courage, you realize, oh, I passed this test. Okay, next step, there will be fear again. But you just embrace another relationship with fear, a different relationship with fear, a better one, and at the same time with love. Why you don't tap into love? Tap into peace of mind, passion, gratitude. So you can choose, you can decide. And to be honest, for me that is the beauty about life, that you can decide many things, many things you can decide, and you decide your life. It's not easy, even if you are going to you want to reach a bigger goal in life. It requires a lot of time, preparation, courage, and you need to remove a lot of things and a lot of right. But you decide because life is about you. This is your human life. You are in that body. Okay? So it's about you. I hope this helped. Remember that. So when we entertain a thought in the conscious mind, we can choose. You can choose. You can choose to go watch TV, to do certain thing, and you are programming your mind, right? So you can thinking about fear. That's what you are absorbing. So change it, change it, change it. Physical activity helps, yes, but understanding, programming your mind, spending time with yourself, knowing that you are that it was all a test. I didn't die. I'm here. So what is this? This is a trick? This is an illusion? You tell me. You need to find out for yourself. I have told you my story, what I have experienced, and I realize it for myself. Nothing to fear about. There is so much to love about, there is so much to enjoy about, there is so much of life. And it requires trust in the universe. This greater source that put you here for a reason, to be part of this divine play. It's not playing around. I send you my best energies to you. Keep just believing in yourself and your potential. You got all the potential, all the necessary, all the will is here, is within you. You need to tap into it. Stillness is power. Believing in yourself is power. Loving yourself is truly power. Self-love, boundaries, energies, understanding. I am Oscar Mario and thank you very much.